Hello again. This is the continuation of the previous video where I introduced the section that we are in and the concept of ethics. I was explaining that ethics is a branch of philosophy, and ethics study basically moral behavior. Moral behavior is what we as persons we consider right or wrong. So it's not how things are, but how things should be. And this is important because we are going to provide, specifically in the first video that we are going to watch, the study of stuff, we are providing an explanation of how things work. But that doesn't mean that things should work that way. And that is where morality appears. Philosophy has a branch, ethics, and ethics study moral behavior. And they can do that, or ethics can do that from three different perspectives. We can describe what people think that is right or what is wrong. That would be descriptive ethics. People that practice Hinduism consider the consumption of beef morally wrong. That would be description. So you just describe without passing judgment. Then we have normative ethics, which is when we provide rules. We tell you, this is right, this is wrong. In the video, The Story of a Stab, the author provides a normative approach. They are telling us that the economy, the global economy, how it works is wrong. And then we have meta-ethics, which is a little separate branch, which is the analysis of ethics as a discipline, how ethics relates to moral behavior, etc. So in this case, we are more concerned with the first two, which are more the application of ethics. The third one is ethics from a very generic perspective. So in morality, okay, we can look to our to what is right and what is wrong according to two approaches. We can talk about what is right and what is wrong regarding the effects or the consequences of our behavior. So if the consequence is good, the action is right. Or we can look at the principle. I should do what is right regardless of the consequences. That's an ethics based on duties or rights. So in this case, whenever we talk about sustainability and environmentalism, a lot of the issues are related to both approaches. You do what is right because also the consequences are right. So ethical theory is everywhere, you know, from economy, as you are going to see, to the news. So when you open the newspaper, shopping is part of the major part. We have been describing what is morally right or wrong through different coordinates, but you know, think about it from your daily activities. How going to the grocery store could be a moral action. What products do you buy may affect the moral outcome of your action. So, are you buying sustainably in the grocery store? Do you use or do you buy fair trade products or ecological products or organic products? Do you try not to consume that much so we don't dispose? Do you avoid the use of plastic bags? So if you think about it, every time we go to the store, from grocery stores to even clothing store, do you go to Goodwill because it's environmentally is better than going to use new fabrics, etc. From the mall? Those things are part of our moral behavior. We apply value to them, moral value, and we should classify our actions according to what is right and what is wrong, but not only if we argue with our brother or sister or our couple, our parents, or if we give money to charity or we go to church or we don't go to church. There are a lot of our actions are moral, and that is what we have to recuperate. We have to include our major activities, then that is consumption, as part of our moral behavior. As I said before, there are three sources of moral behavior: reason, emotion, and culture. And they provide rules. If we go to Marvin Harris, the idea of moral relativism is the idea that the rules, there are no rules over other rules. Uh, Basically, if some people in a different country have different rules or a different society, that doesn't mean that our rules are going to be superior or better. But of course, there are limits. And as I mentioned before, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights provides a universal approach that goes beyond the cultural differences into what is right and what is wrong. It's a very rational perspective. And that's the good thing about reason, that reason can provide rules that go beyond emotion and culture that we can all understand. Reason is a universal language that we use to communicate. That's why, for example, scientific research uses reason, because it goes beyond cultural differences, age, gender, etc. So if we use reason to try to provide the rules for behavior, then it doesn't matter where we're from, how old we are, we should all understand and we should all agree. If we rely on culture or emotions to provide rules for everyone else, we are going to be in big problems, because people don't share the same culture that we have, and of course they don't have the same emotions. I may feel guilty about something that someone else is not going to be feeling guilty about. The point of ethics, of course, is to understand moral choices, but also is to be aware of what you're doing. Let me skip a couple of slides here. Okay, so you have a good diagram about our decisions, and, for example, how the human brain nature, you have reason and emotion to provide arguments or reasons to behave. In culture, you have history and society telling us how to behave. Making a good moral decision requires the three parts. It is very difficult to just use reason or culture or emotions. I mean, the example is, this is an example that I give in the other video. You go to Harris Theater and you try to analyze how many cookies should you get from the box, the free cookies. Of course, you can think about it. You can say, okay, I'm going to take only one. Is the right amount or no? Our culture tells you share, make sure that the kids eat half first. And then your emotions. If someone is looking, you may feel guilt or shame if you take more than two or three. So those three are interacting to provide a good approach. So the idea is to make sure that we use the three sources of moral behavior in all our rules and how we behave. Basically, I want to move to Kant. Well, there is a video here that it is about emotions and ethics. Please watch it. And then Kant, please read all these slides and watch my other video to provide an inside analysis of Kant's categorical imperative. Okay? Well, this is more or less it. Kant is complex, so make sure you take your time reading about the categorical imperative, then about the text of Climate Change and Immanuel Kant. Do the quizzes, and in this section there are no videos for you to upload, no commentaries. Okay? But it's been fun to watch you guys share your opinions about this stuff. Do the work and let me know if you have any questions. Enjoy this beautiful day.